Debate on the Constitutional Amendment Bill 2020 in both houses will have to continue next week after speakers of both houses instructed that all MPs would have an opportunity to contribute on it. Both houses adjourned, not having finished debate, but with the promise of it featuring as the first item when the houses return. For the National Assembly, debate resumes on Tuesday when the House is expected to resume officially, but in the Senate, there is a probability of another special sitting, noting that they actually resume on the 11th of May. Well, during debate, there emerged queries on the constitutionality of the bill and Parliament's role in it. MPs allied to Deputy President William Ruto also expressed displeasure at the fact that Parliament had been reconvened to discuss the BBI and not the state of the economy.
It is very clear and apparent that a vast majority of the proposals do not need a constitutional amendment to be effected. Bottom line, it's mostly about creating political positions. This bill will go down in history as one of the biggest frauds in Kenya's legislative making process.
I'm told that the Mount Kenya members of parliament who made a proposal to Ruto asked him for the position of prime minister. Where are you going to get that prime minister if you don't support this bill?
While I know this is going to go on, this bill is going to go on anyway, because by the writers of the Constitution, our role seems to be very minimal. But let me say this. I pray that this thing doesn't go through. Yes. And why I say so is because this thing takes away gains that we fought for with our lives, with our sweat, with our blood. I pray this thing doesn't go through because I know one day we will have another president who will be worse than the previous dictators we've had in the past.
It is not easy to get an opportunity such as the one we have currently, to be able to talk as a people, to chart the way forward for our country in the interest of the present generation and the generations to come. So as a parliament, we must seize this moment.
Hakuna ukweli ambao ambao tuko nao ya kwamba bili hii tumepitisha na itakayoenda sasa labda kwa referendum ama kwa kura ya maoni, Mheshimiwa Spika, itakuwa iko sawa, kwa sababu inaonekana kuna bills nyingi ambazo kila leo inatolewa hii, kesho inatolewa ile. Kwa sababu hiyo, Mheshimiwa Spika, hakuna uaminifu katika mchakato mzima huu wa BBI.
That it is perfectly in order to pass the document without any amendment, because any typo is inconsequential anyway.
You cannot tell us, because I have had some arguments from certain lawyers, and they are entitled to their opinion because this is a matter of interpretation. But I disagree with them. That, Mr. Speaker, if Parliament does not pass the bill, it is inconsequential because the will of the people is supreme, because this is about popular initiative and therefore the people will have the final say. But it was not the people who initiated the amendment of the Constitution.
We must be given an opportunity as Parliament to make amendments, Mr. Speaker. I have listened to those of the bill without amendment, and they are quoting Chapter 257 of the Constitution. Mr. Speaker, I have read Chapter 257 of the Constitution in and out. I do not see anywhere where this Article 257 bars us from making an amendment.